Right, here we are. Looks like we're going live. So in about 30 seconds, we're having a blackout in protest to the energy price hikes. So my phone is on charge. I was going to turn the power off at the wall. We've lit some candles, but my Wi-Fi will go off and it might drop the live stream. So I'm going to go around and turn the lights off instead. So let's sit in the dark for 10 minutes. Ready? I've got my laptop on, which is on battery, so I'll have a bit of light from that. And we've got candles in here. Got a couple of candles lit. I'm just gonna turn the lights off because I don't want to drop the Wi-Fi. Put your phone torch on. Put your phone torch on. Right. So I've got a cup of tea here. Got another candle lit. And our electrical fuse box is up there. So I was going to turn it off. But like I said, it will drop the Wi-Fi. So let's just turn the lights off instead for 10 minutes. Right, here we go. Got my torch handy. Got a very bright torch here. It's my mum talking in the background. Told her I'm streaming and not to keep asking me questions, but you know what mums are like. So let's keep it on the bright setting. Very bright torch. It's illuminating the entire room. I'll show you. So basically what we're doing is we're making a protest about the energy price hikes. So I don't know how many of you were aware that there's supposed to be a blackout tonight. It's not a blackout like a power cut, but everyone who's aware of it is turning their power off at 10 p.m. tonight. So you might want to join in and just use your phone light or something for 10 minutes, but turn your power off, because that will cause, well, the power companies will notice for a start, because it'll all be registered on smart meters and stuff. And when everyone turns their power back on in 10 minutes, it will cause a power surge. That's the theory anyway, so I'm just joining in. But we're making a statement that you can't just double energy prices overnight for the 20 million people in the UK who are already below the breadline and struggling to pay their bills and facing heat or eat dilemmas in the winter. To have their energy prices doubled is just outrageous, really. So, and we're also giving the government the message that not only are we prepared to take action against these energy price hikes, but also that we're ready, if there are power cuts and things like that, we're ready for it. So if you're in the UK, turn your lights out or turn your power off for a few minutes and just make a statement, really. It's not really a protest, is it? I mean, you've got the right to turn your power off whenever you like. So the government are blaming the energy price hikes on inflation and also on the Ukraine crisis, but the UK actually only gets about 3% of their energy from Russia and the Ukraine, I think it is. I don't know the details on that, you can look it up. It's actually on the government website. But there's no need to double the price of energy bills for UK house owners, basically, because inflation hasn't doubled in the last year. And when people are already struggling from lockdown and things, it just makes things worse for a lot of people, doesn't it? Especially self-employed people who haven't had enough work and stuff during lockdown. So anyway, my chat is on, by the way. If you want to ask any questions, I don't know if I'll be able to see it on the mobile. But yeah, it looks quite nice around here. Let me show you the other view. So I'm in my kitchen with my very bright torch. It's an LED torch that shines like 200 yards or something ridiculous and runs on little tiny AAA batteries. I'm live streaming, Mum. Right.
I thought the lights had come on again because your torch was so bright.
It's my mum in the lounge, you know, candles. Look. It's quite nice in here, actually.
Will the street lights go out as well?
No. It's a voluntary thing.
No.
There's no power cut.
Oh, I thought there was a power cut.
So let's go back to the kitchen because it's quite comfortable in there. There's my bedroom in that direction. This is the torch I used to film the video, the big cat encounter I had when I walked around outside looking for big cat evidence. So before we put the lights out, I made a cup of tea with my mat mug. Make sure I've got something warm going on. It's only for 10 minutes, it's not like a major inconvenience, but hopefully it will send a message to the power companies. So if you didn't know it was happening, put your phone on, watch this on your phone, turn your power off for 5 minutes. It's supposed to be for 10, but we've done 5 minutes already apparently. And let's hope it makes a difference, eh? And this is only the start of action. That I don't know if it's planned. I'm not part of the organising it, but I have heard that the 10 minutes is just like a warning message to government and the energy suppliers that action could be taken if necessary, basically. So hope things are good in your part of the world. Hope you're managing to pay your bills and you got through the winter safely and warmly. It's the main thing, isn't it? Someone said, someone on a YouTube video said the government advice was to put on an extra blanket or wrap yourself in a blanket to keep warm. What kind of home security is that? Sit there in a blanket for the government. We'll double your energy bills, make you pay twice as much as you were paying, and the solution is to wrap yourself in a blanket. Wrap yourself in a blanket on behalf of the government. Oh dear. Can you imagine? All the UK sitting around shivering, can't afford to pay their heating bills, and everyone's sitting around wrapped in a blanket. Wrap yourself in a blanket for the Ukraine, because Russia won't send us enough natural gas. It's all shenanigans, isn't it, really? Government shenanigans. like they haven't screwed us for enough money lately. Apparently the national deficit is over 2 trillion now since lockdown. We spent 100 billion on track and trace. 37 of it got spent. The track and trace app wasn't fit for purpose. Only about 10% of the population used it, and the rest of the 63 billion has disappeared and no one knows where it's gone. The UK spent 500 million advertising COVID, advertising it, letting people know that they've probably got COVID, but they probably haven't actually. And yet they want to double the cost of fuel bills, and they're wasting money like that, and taxpayers have to pay for it. It's ridiculous, isn't it? So that's 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes up, and it was no inconvenience at all. My mum sat there reading with her phone light. We've got candles in significant rooms. I've got a torch for emergencies. So if push did come to shove, then you could survive for a short time without your power. But let's hope that governments take notice and cap the energy price hikes. And I've also got a gas oven there, so even if the power did go out, it would still boil water and cook and stuff, so it's all good. Right, my torch is warm because it's so powerful, this little torch. It's actually warm, but it was sat next to the candle. So hope everyone's keeping well. The news I discovered today that hardly any of my friends knew on Facebook was that on March the 25th of this year at midnight, so it was March the 24th, it expired at 11:59, the Coronavirus Act was basically expired. All but 4 provisions, which are considered temporary, were expired, so the whole thing is done and finished basically. They did reserve certain provisions that they can revive in the case of emergency if they want to roll out another variant or something ridiculous, but basically the whole thing's been booted out. It came under scrutiny from Parliament, members of Parliament who opposed it, and also from organisations and watchdogs and I can't think of the right words, but loads of people scrutinised the Coronavirus Act, found it to be unjust, unnecessary, uncalled for and illegal basically, and they were taking the government to task over it, so the government had to drop it basically. So that was my news today. It's not really new news, but you didn't hear a lot about it in the media. They just said, oh well, we're going to let go of the last restrictions on lockdown and you're all free. But actually the Coronavirus Act has been scrapped basically. Right guys, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already, and we're going to go around and put some lights on. Hope you're all well, and I'll catch you on the next one. That's my little video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.